You starting yet? Yeah, we are. From Boston, in the ironically named Commonwealth of Massachusetts, in the upper right-hand corner of the United States that we call New England, on the continent of North America. Rotating at 900 miles an hour on the blue marble that is the Earth. Racing at 19 miles a second around the local star Sol, in the fashionable western spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. Common dimension 616. It's Fido Live number 147. Yeah. Hello, Chief Callers.
Hello, how are you?
Trying to get a cigar lit here.
Uh-oh.
Ah, there we go. Well, let's see. Where do we start today?
I don't know. You've got quite a few things to talk about today.
Well, amidst the aromatic clouds of fragrant secondhand smoke, today we might actually get some work done, but don't hold me to it. We shall start this week with everybody's favorite segment, What the Chief Colors Have Wrought, a segment that weekly challenges the 20-year marriage. Well, what do we got here? This is Felicia has become therapy cat. Yes. On Monday, she's got Bo on the couch. I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing enough in life. How long have you felt this way? I guess since I was a kid. I don't think I measured up to my father's expectations. Well, I suppose there's only one thing you can do. And last panel, he's in the kitchen giving her a can of tuna. How is giving you a can of tuna helping me? At least you're doing something. The joke is all of her therapy recommendations help her.
Stop explaining your jokes.
Yeah. Well, here is the Tuesday. Dino, I feel like a loser. And how does that make you feel? Like a loser. Are you even listening to me? As your cat therapist, I prescribe 20 minutes of cat petting. This isn't helping. You have to really get in there with your fingers. There's Fido up there on the couch. It's his comic strip. He's got to be in it.
Yeah.
Here is the Wednesday. We have Closet Cat this time on the couch, as it were. Cat tree. Well, Closet Cat, you've had a horrible life. How will I overcome my troubles, oh great cat therapist? Our struggles define us. You should embrace every trouble, every discomfort, as it is what makes you, what is you.
Yes.
I know I'd have trouble reading that one. So you want me to take blame for this? He's knocked a glass off a table. It'll be good for you. Or she has knocked a glass off the table. Oh, there we go. Thursday, we're continuing with Closet Cat, and this time Fido is on the couch. I don't need a cat therapist. Denial, sure sign of illness. This is just a scam you're pulling to get what you want. What could I possibly want from you? Yeah, you're right, nothing. Why don't you get off that couch and go to the dog park? And as he does, she takes the couch. So. And we end the week, of course, in the bar. And this time, the cat boss is on the couch, as it were. The fools! I have created the perfect atmosphere, luring them in with cheap alcohol and women. Little do they realize that once they become comfortable, I shall snatch it away from them. And how does that make you feel? Evil? Well, of course, we are cats. Cats at the base level are evil. And here is the Saturday. Chief Colorist hasn't finished coloring it yet, but the cat Felicia has given up on her therapy job. That's it. I'm no longer a therapist cat. Then how are you going to get people to do what you want? The traditional cat ways. Knock Dino to the floor. Remind me why we have these things around here. Let's send that one back to the chief colorist.
Yes, sir.
She can get back to work on it. And chief colorist is working on this one as well. Hey, when did the ball in the cat tree become orange?
From the very, very, very beginning.
Really?
It's a reference to
Oh, I guess so.
Yep. It's a reference to Boss Cat.
Oh, okay. I had never noticed.
Or Cat Boss.
All right, we have Bogash and Fido's on the floor. Later, the other two cats join in. Fido, get the mail. I'm busy. He's got his ball. Get one of the cats to fetch it. No self-respecting cat would ever fetch. And Closet Cat gets off the tree and wanders off. And comes back with the mail. What? He's not a self-respecting cat. And this is the Monday, so we're starting this week with Closet Cat discovering that he is not an ideal cat.
Oh.
So we have Felicia passed out here on the cat tree. There's Bo and Fido. Fido says one thing good about cats is they sleep all day. Turns around and there's Closet Cat wide awake. But he pulls out a pillow and shows that he can lay his head on it. He can't even do that right. I'm trying.
No.
Well, let's send this one back to the cheap colorist. And we get to go to the ones I've been working on this week. It's the Wednesday, the next day. Closet Cat is up on the table. There's a glass curiously perched at the edge of the table. And Felicia comes up. What are you doing? I thought perhaps I'd push this glass off the table. It's what we cats do. Are you ready for this? Oh, please let me do it. I've been studying so hard.
No.
Okay, don't screw it up. And he's pushed himself off the table as well as the glass. How's that? Keep studying.
Oh.
We drew this one live on the show last week.
Cool.
This is all erased and ready to go to the chief colorist when she's ready to receive it.
Okay.
There we go. Here is the Thursday. Closet Cat and Fido. Closet Cat says, I've got one job around here. Will you let me do it? Sure. They stand around for a while. You really don't do anything around here, do you? Do you think anyone notices? And there is the Thursday. Friday, where are they?
In the bar.
In the bar. This one hasn't been inked yet. We may or may not ink this one today. We have a new ink to feature. We'll probably be doing inking today. Closet Cat's on the bar, and he originally said I have an announcement, but yeah, cut out the wordiness. People don't want to read that much, and there's too much reading going on here anyway. All right. I know you all think I'm terrible at being a cat. But if being a cat means I have to be evil, aloof, and uncaring, well, then I don't want to be one. From now on, I identify as a dog. Fido says, what makes him think he can be a dog? Felicia says, he's stupid. There's more to it than that. It's actually kind of cute. Here is the Saturday. We have Closet Cat and Fido, and Felicia's passed out there on top of the cat tree, and Bo's over there in the background as a witness to all this. Fido's carrying a box. Since you now identify as a dog, here's your dog's starter kit. Wow! A leash, a chew toy, and a credit card. Dogs get credit cards? And Bo hops up. No, they don't. And it's always Bo's credit cards that Fido's using. And here is the Monday, start of a new week. We have no idea what's going on this week, but you can't see this at all. It's just light penciled, so I'll explain it to you. Fido is filling a bathtub to overflowing. He's got his toys in there and bubbles. And he sits in his bath and he's looking at his boat, looking at his ball, looking around, and runs out of the bathroom, knocking Dino over and running over Closet Cat. And Dino falls. The tree that they have in the living room falls and hits Felicia. And as he's walking back amongst the devastation, including the water stains, the crushed ball that he hopped on, that Closet Cat had, and Felicia underneath the cat tree, and Dino knocked on his ass, having spilt his beer. Fido's got his little rubber ducky in his hands. I forgot my rubber ducky. Just cuteness. Yeah. Fido is selling out. It's no longer that hard-edged counterculture comic strip anymore. It's gone Garfield. Let's get this cigar going again. So, inking this week, just so I can show off my new inks. Let's pick a brush first, I suppose. We have 3 candidates on the tree. Let's go with That one. It's got a reasonable looking point. Got a new brush in the mail today, but you see the problem with it? It's not as pointy as brushes I've been using.
Same name and make and number and
Yeah. See,
must have been-
Himalayan tree squirrel pubic hair. This is the male pubic hair. See how it's not as sharp as the female pubic hair? It's a big difference. You want the female Himalayan tree squirrel. And hey, check it out. I got some new gloves. As you all know, cartoonists are the dirtiest, filthiest creatures on the face of the planet. So I have to wear this, a glove, to keep me from getting my hand, getting the dirt from my hand onto the otherwise clean paper. A couple weeks ago, my gloves always fall on the floor. I didn't clean one off. I brought it up and did this, and dirt on the page. It was aggravating. Okay, well, I guess we're going to go to the Friday because it's the only one that's finished the pencil. The other ones just have the rough pencil. I go in with a darker pencil and refine the lines. That way the art comes out a little bit better. And I did mention we have new ink. Here is the old ink we had been using. Oh, probably should go through our history of inks. We used to use the Noodler's. I'll wait until she's finished on the pencil sharpener over there. We used to use the Noodler's Heart of Darkness. I always said, look for Cthulhu as your sign of quality. But the Noodler's never quite gave me that rich, dark, velvety black when I had covered big areas, usually on Fridays. So we moved to the cheapo Speedball Super Black. Plastic bottle. Kind of worried me. You had to really stir it because it came unmixed. Now we're going to the product that Blick itself puts out, Black Cat. So I like it so far. It's got a glass bottle. Let's open this up for the first time, and it's not sticking. Good thing. Oh, there's no. I expected a child safety cap. There's no child safety cap.
That's a little ballsy.
Yeah. They might have poisoned my ink,
And or you might have spilled it all over the place if you opened it in a different way.
It doesn't feel like it needs to be stirred like the Speedball did, but it is a big mouth bottle, which I'm kind of concerned about.
Did you buy a refill bottle and not an original bottle, maybe?
Oh, I don't know. I just bought the small bottle. I figured I wouldn't be using it very much. It's just to test out the ink.
Yeah.
So it probably doesn't need to be stirred like the Speedball did. And I've got the Speedball inside this tiny little bottle. May or may not put my new ink in there. But for today, I guess we're going to try it. We're going to work without a net out of this bottle. That's going to be fun. Let's place this there and hope it doesn't fall over and cause a complete mess on us. Now I like to put down a piece of paper to keep me from smudging my lines. I assure you this is not an excuse for a bit. Oh, if you have your cell phone, do a little click on this. This will bring you to the website, FidoTheComicStrip.com, for all of your Fido needs. So, a $60 million F-18 Super Hornet fell off the deck of the USS Harry Truman last Monday in the Red Sea. The Navy is still investigating the cause, but the internet has some ideas. I ran across this on the internet. How to wash a cat. Put both lids of the toilet up and add 1/8 of a cup of pet shampoo to the water in the bowl. Pick up the cat and soothe him or her while you are carrying her toward the bathroom. In one smooth movement, put the cat in the toilet and close the lid. You may need to stand on the lid. At this point, the cat will self-agitate and make simple suds. Never mind the noises that come from the toilet. The cat is actually enjoying this. Flush the toilet 3 or 4 times. This provides a power wash and rinse. Have someone open the front door of your home. Be sure that there are no people between the bathroom and the front door. Stand well back behind the toilet as far as you can and quickly lift the lid. The cat will rocket out of the toilet, streak through the bathroom, and run outside and will dry himself off. Both the toilet and the cat will be sparkling clean. Yours sincerely, the dog. Right after the, I think Fido could have written that one. Also in cat news, the Institute for Scientific Human and Non-Human Phenomena. There is a legend right here. The legend of the penis-stealing cats.
Oh my. oh my.
Yeah. 12th century demographers studying late medieval and early modern Central Europe noted a remarkable birth rate decline in the hamlet of Rougeau-Rhin between 1400 and 1707. Researchers from the Institute of Scientific Study of Human and Non-Human Phenomena have recently connected a famed folktale of a penis-stealing cat to this reproductive drop. First mentioned in 13th century text, 16th century illustration attests to a formerly widely held folktale in the region. 41 inhabitants of Rougeau-Rhin complained of such feline thieves in the period in question unmanning them. Allegedly, mutation occurred without any pain whatsoever. And look, she's trying to use a fish to get the cat to return the penis. That's the wife trying to use a fish to get the penis back.
Well, yes, because the husband is still rolling on the ground crying.
Well, they say it caused no pain.
No, just its manhood, or like loss of manhood.
Well, speaking of loss of manhood, UNC should consider firing Bill Belichick amid Jordan Hudson drama, for former Patriots star Ted Johnson says. North Carolina football coach Bill Belichick, former New England Patriots coach, multiple Super Bowl ring winner, and Jordan Hudson, his 24-year-old girlfriend. I think we have her here somewhere. There she is. How you doing, Miss Hudson? Oh, here's another one of Miss Hudson. Yes, hello, Jordan. Let's leave that one on the board for the moment. Faced backlash this week after Hudson interrupted an interview on CBS Sunday Morning and later leaked one of his emails on social media. One of Belichick's former New England Patriots star linebacker Ted Johnson said Hudson is, quote, embarrassing the six-time Super Bowl champion head coach, and UNC should consider firing him before things get worse. What you've seen so far, the behaviors with Jordan, the dynamic, her being on the football field, her just kind of embarrassing Bill, Johnson said on WDEI on Tuesday. I'm surprised UNC never called Atlanta on why they passed on hiring Bill Belichick. My feeling is that the Atlanta Falcons are looking at UNC and going, you should have called us. I think the Tar Heels should consider firing Bill Belichick. They should consider letting him go at this point. It's a lot of money, and they're deep into preparation for next year. I look at Bill Belichick, and I wonder if he's fit to coach an NFL team, let alone fit to coach a college team. I put more onus on the overall character of a college coach than I do a pro coach. I'm worried that Bill Belichick just isn't fit to coach college kids, and UNC should consider cutting ties with Bill Belichick. So the controversial interview initially centered on Belichick's new book, The Art of Winning, Lessons from My Life in Football, but divulged into questions about his relationship with Hudson. She quickly shut down the interview, saying, "We're not talking about this." And she leaked an email from Belichick on Tuesday, it was dated April 10th, and showed Belichick's concern about how the book is being portrayed in the media. People say, well, she's taking control of Bill, Johnson said. You think Bill doesn't have any say in these things? Of course he does. He's okay with what she's doing. You don't think he knows that email is being posted on her Instagram? Of course he knows it. He's signing off on that. To me, these are bad decisions that makes him and the university look really bad. And I question whether or not he is of sound mind and should be running a football team for the University of North Carolina. I think it's something you really, really consider. Just question the decision-making from the head coach on this point for that reason. So,
interesting.
The HBO does a TV show called Hard Knocks, and they were going to feature the North Carolina college football team. And Jordan Hudson stepped in there, and she wanted to see the dailies. So if you're going to use the Bill Belichick franchise, it's got to go through me. And HBO, seeing all the red flags, said, we pass. So now those poor kids don't get to be on HBO. They don't get to be. She ruined it for them. So I think I understand why there's a little bit of outrage from this little bit of fluff. Hey, we have this is Bill's old girlfriend, Linda Holiday, 61, and this is Linda and their dog, Nike. Let's see, where's Nike? It's always the dogs that suffer from these things. There's Nike. Linda's on the back porch of their $4 or $5 million home there, which, by the way, she got. Bill Belichick's ex Linda Holiday living in Coach's $4.8 million Nantucket home as he dates a 23-year-old cheerleader. She got that home, I think, after this 6 a.m. topless Ring doorbell photo appeared of Bill leaving Miss Holloway's house.
Mm-hmm.
A little down, looks like a downscale neighborhood. But at least she gets to wear the Super Bowl rings. Yes.
Oh, she got the rings too?
Well, yeah, she's wearing one here. Bill won 6 of them. He's only got 5 fingers.
Oh, this is true.
But he is not wearing one on his thumb. She might have, so there's one missing. Oh, must be around his cock.
Oh.
So, or hers. So, here is Miss Hudson. Miss Hudson used her power to appear in Bill Belichick's Super Bowl Dunkin' Donuts commercial. There she is in the background here. We have a case here. She's like Bill Belichick's own little Yoko Ono. Well, Yoko, good job there at University of North Carolina. The kids probably would have really liked to have been on HBO. But
you'd think, right?
Thanks a lot. Is it worth it, Bill? You know, this is why they tell you should save up your money for old age and get a 23-year-old girl. So speaking of not saving your money, Shedeur Sanders finally picked after in the 5th round. He was expected to go in the 1st round. Someone gave Shedeur a gift of a Louis Vuitton bag with $1 million in it after he finally did get signed, and no one knows who gave him that $1 million gift. He might have given it to himself. I'm not saying anything. I don't know. But wow. In the words of the of Emperor Palpatine, we shall watch your career with great interest, Shedeur Sanders. Mm-hmm. The reason why he wasn't picked till late in the 5th round was because apparently he's a little bit of an attitude problem. This guy is going to be fun. I predict we're going to have him back on the show
many times.
So he's with the Cleveland Browns. They're not a very good team.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Who is the Patriots' new coach? Do you know?
He's one of the old players.
I know. The last one was one of the old players, so they got rid of him.
Okay, it's not worth reading any of Shedeur Sanders' story. I thought there would be something in here. Mm-hmm. Son of former NFL player. Who? Dion. Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh my God, he's Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders' kid? Oh, this is going to be great. Dion's kid. Ah. I can't wait for this guy's career.
Deion Sanders has a kid old enough to play in football?
Yeah.
God damn.
Wow. All right. So the Thunderbolts has released the meaning behind the Thunderbolts name. I guess they're the new Avengers. Hey, you know, in the comic books, the whole Thunderbolt thing, it was named after Thunderbolt Ross, but in this thing, I guess Pugh played on a soccer or football team that never won, so therefore, you know, that's why they call themselves, because they're never going to win, the Thunderbolts. But the story in the comic books where the Thunderbolts were actually like villains, but they tried to take the place of the Avengers as the new heroes because they wanted to get in good with the government and such. And then a few of them finally decided they didn't want to be villains anymore, and they became good guys. Wouldn't that have been a great storyline, guys? What do you think? No. Instead, for some reason, Florence Pugh is leading this team. I guess she's the most qualified amongst the super soldiers to lead the super soldiers. And
is she a super soldier?
I think Gary Biegler from Nerdrotic would have a particular phrase that he coined here that would explain, you know, why the least qualified woman on the team is their leader. Okay, well, I got this on the internet, so I am positive this is absolutely true. The new Spider-Man film, Brand New Day, July 31st, 2026. Of course, we have Tom Holland returning as Peter Parker. Sadie Sink is going to play Gwen Stacy, a redhead. They've hired a ginger to play a blonde. Okay, fine.
Well, at least they hired a ginger for something.
Oh yeah. We got Zendaya as the ginger Mary Jane Watson. It's always a mistake, but what are you going to say? Timothy Chalamet is going to play Harry Osborn. Have you noticed that they're hiring the same group of actors to play like every role?
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal's been playing too many roles. Timothy Chalamet's another one of them. I didn't like him in Wonka. I didn't like him in Dune. But he's returning back with Zendaya, I guess. Sydney Sweeney is going to play the Black Cat. And I hope it's not this Cindy Sweeney, but that Cindy Sweeney who gets to play the Black Cat. We have our hopes here. There's Zendaya. And Stephen O. Young, a nice Irish boy, is going to play Martin Lee, Master Negative.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, no idea. Never heard of the character. J.K. Simmons returning as J. Jonah Jameson, and Zendaya. Oh, Lucky Us is returning. But here's a big one. Isaiah Russell Bailey is playing Miles Morales. They're bringing Miles Morales into the Spider-Man universe. I wonder if he's going to have his sword or lightsaber. They've been adding like new powers to Spider-Man. Like nearly every episode, nearly every edition of the season of the comic book. So Miles Morales is going to be able to kick Peter Parker's ass because he's much better at being Spider-Man than Spider-Man is. Charlie Cox is Matt Murdock, and they're bringing back Vincent D'Onofrio. So the two guys from the Daredevil film are apparently going to be in there. The Kingpin and Charlie Cox Daredevil. So I hope that they have a script. I have a strange feeling that they're just going to put a bunch of monkeys in a room and have them eventually pull out a script. But this has been done before. Apparently, it's being done right now. James Gunn, Superman. In the movie, Superman is frustrated by social media backlash with the hashtag supershit being mentioned several times as really getting under his skin. Meanwhile, in Lex's interdimensional world, hundreds of mutant monkeys are shown typing furiously at keyboards, flooding social media with hate against Superman. Written by James Gunn.
Is it James Gunn's movie?
Yeah, James Gunn. It's a James Gunn production of a James Gunn.
Because it's James Gunn's Superman, isn't it?
It's James Gunn who's going to be the James Gunn.
Mm-hmm. Has
he already ruined Superman? Well, either him or the room full of monkeys he's got writing this thing has.
Oh.
I am worried about Superman, but I'm not worried about Fantastic Four. Look at this fantastic art they've done for Fantastic Four. This is the original comic book cover, and I guess they're issuing a new comic book with the characters from the movie.
Of course.
They're wearing these horrible pajamas, and I never noticed the thing had the 4 on his leg there. And I guess Sue can't be the damsel in distress that she is here. She's fighting back. What can we say? I'm worried about this one too. So Alec Baldwin has finished shooting Rust. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Okay. Shecky the cartoonist has got to relight his cigar.
Nobody gets the reference to Shecky.
So, since nobody is going to watch this, let me tell you what it's all about. Is this 14-year-old orphan who's on a farm with his younger brother, trying to make a living of it.
Wait.
What?
The kid's an orphan?
14-year-old orphan, yeah.
Okay, so Alec Baldwin was there before, but I'm
So anyway, the kid goes to town. His little brother gets bullied, and he beats up the bully with what we call a baseball bat. That's a stick. They didn't have baseball back then. The bully happens to be the son of a rich landowner, and now the 14-year-old boy has to work off his debt for beating up the bully. And while on his little farm, the 14-year-old boy sees a wolf, goes to hunt a wolf, and accidentally shoots the rich man who's coming to collect him to work for him for free.
Oh my.
The kid is promptly arrested and sentenced to hang by his neck until dead. Our hero, Alec Baldwin, breaks him out and brings him to New Mexico to escape to Mexico. And $1,000 bounty is put on their heads, and bounty hunters chase them down. And that is the Western. Apparently, there's a lot of gunplay in this film. It's good that Alex cheapened out on the hire there, hiring for a gunsmith.
I know.
Cheap is expensive, Alex. But that's that.
Do you actually ever end up having any consequences?
Yeah, he was found not guilty. He got
Right.
Yeah. So if anything was made for streaming, maybe. I don't know how many watch on streaming. I don't know. Hey Sydney, why don't you come down here and join us? I have Sydney on the board for today's show. Irving on camera 1, could you come right in here on Sydney's tits? Thanks.
Oh my god.
There we go. Now, let's get off.
Do you realize the sentence you just said?
What do you mean?
Repeat it in your head.
Could you zoom in here on?
No.
What?
You didn't say Zoom.
What did I say?
Come.
Oh shit! I am so sorry, folks of the internet. I see. My mind is not that dirty. I did not. I apologize. I did not mean to say that word. Would you zoom in here on Sydney so we can get close to the board and see what the cartoons do? You know, you you have a dirtier mind than I do. That's about all I can say.
Well, because I was taught teenage prostitution problem is mounting is dirty as a headline. I couldn't believe you said that. I'm like, yeah. I thought you had said it intentionally.
That was complete accident. I apologize. I did not mean to say that.
I mean,
won't say it.
Irving if you wanted to do that, but I mean,
I won't say that again. I meant to zoom in here, pull the camera in closer so we can get a better shot, and you get the camera off my shoulder and make it a little bit easier for me to actually get some work done.
Okay, let's get past this.
I'm going to start with the word balloon because you never want to go right in and do a character with a wet brush until you know what the brush is going to do for you. Sydney, come with us.
Stop.
Sydney, fault that. No, come with. Yeah.
God damn it.
I can't win.
I mean, that wasn't as bad, but I still think you should try to tail back a little on what you're saying.
I mean COME, all right?
I know what you mean, but it's a homonym. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right.
I'm all flustered over here.
Well, the ink seems to have a decent flow. It looks like it's dark enough. I'm worried that some of these lines are a bit translucent. So I think when I go in to do this later on, just follow big fields, the black won't be as matte. Yeah, this is a watery ink, I think. Oh, that's too bad, Blick. I expected that you would have a better ink. This is going to take 2 or 3 coats to get this, and it looks like it'll still flash. Yeah, I won't be doing all that. In the background, I do it all in black just to save myself the work. I won't do all that right now. Let's hope we can ink the characters with it. The ink does still have a okay flow to it. Seems to stick all right to the brush. Now let's draw Closet Cat. Well, I'm going to be a little harsh
Yeah,
to begin with, but
yeah.
I might use all an ounce and a half of it. Yeah, something else that should be noted: for the same price, Speedball gives you almost double. Was it 2 ounces to 1.25,
I was kind of surprised.
three quarters of an ounce.
Their products, I don't know.
Well, this is meant to be just a cheap fountain pen ink.
Oh.
So
Okay. So that's why.
I don't think they make an ink specifically just to use with brush, because so very few people upon the planet actually use brush on ink. It's a lost art that we here at Fido the Comic Strip are preserving.
Protecting.
All right, Closet Cat is emaciated, so we got his ribs showing here. And square down here, that would be his hip bones. Oh, he's all skin and bones.
Poor thing. Should it be getting fed better?
You would think. He is living a much better life upstairs.
Oh no. Poor cat, Closet Cat.
All right. Here's Felicia. Oh, we probably should do the whiskers. I like to do a few light dots there to show where the whiskers have fallen out. And he's got one on this side. 1, 2. I'll have them. Whiskers are like the tails in which you want to show expression through them. So his whiskers are down, showing he's a little bit, and all you think terrible of being a cat.
Aww.
All right, now Felicia should be taking on an attitude of, where's he going with this? And let's get her whiskers in here. So she's got 3. Let's see it. Where's he going with this? Let's just put her whiskers at. She's at even keel here. Felicia doesn't even have a drink in front of her, so she must have just gotten here. Must have just gotten here, like Cindy Sweeney has just gotten here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sydney, go over here. There we go. See, better.
Much better.
But Sydney's going to play Felicia Richard, Felicia Flesh. Yeah,
I was
Felicia.
gonna say she's gonna play
Felicia.
Cluck's wife.
Yeah. The black cat. Felicia something. Felicia Hardy. Felicia Hardy, the black cat. There we go. I did actually read these Spider-Man comic books. This was my era. The black cat is what made Spider-Man Spider-Man.
I know you told me that.
So
Interesting.
I don't think they'll do that in this particular. We're just going to introduce character. I doubt he'll be dating Felicia Hardy in this one, because they brought Gwen Stacy in, who's supposed to be blonde, but oh well.
So do we think that Peter Parker is ever going to date Gwen Stacy in this series? Because, will Zendaya let him date somebody else?
He should dump Zendaya. But
they're engaged, supposedly.
Yeah. I'm guessing they're going to kill off Gwen Stacy again in this one.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's
right. I forgot about it.
The night Gwen Stacy died. They're going to do that one. In the comic books, she's killed off by the Green Goblin. We do have someone playing. We have Willy Wonka playing Harry Osborn, who was the son of the Green Goblin. So who knows? They had William Dafoe in the movies playing the original Green Goblin character.
And James Franco.
Did a great job. James Franco was the kid. Yeah, also good casting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't whenever I've never seen a role that I would, whenever that Timothy Chalamet has gotten, where I've said, "Oh, that's good casting." Hollywood's got a major problem with casting these days.
He's an interesting character. I don't know where he first was like thought of as. Oh
I-
my god!
yeah. I think somebody in Hollywood thinks he's a good actor.
Well, he had a startup role, but I can't remember what it is right now. I'll look it up when I'm done here. But
Yeah. The
and
magic
since
box.
then they thought he could do anything, and I don't know.
Well, I knew, as I said it on the show, that he would be challenged to play Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka. That is just you can't Gene Wilder. That is just Gene Wilder. You cannot put anyone else. You can't put Johnny Depp even.
Today they want to play him like he's Michael Jackson. Yes, a little bit on the strange
he
side.
was a serial killer Candyman.
Yeah, they had a lawyer do a thing on YouTube about the many crimes of Willy Wonka.
Even as a kid, I recognized it. I didn't watch that show when I was very young, though. I have to admit, I didn't care about watching that. That just didn't seem like anything up my alley.
But Hollywood has a list. They think, these are the big hot stars these days. Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet,
I'm sorry.
Pedro Pascal, Sydney Sweeney. What can I say? We like Sydney, only because she had a good sense of humor after Madam Web, and she likes to show her Sweeneys, which we like. Florence Pugh, they seem to think she's going to be a big star. I don't see it. I mean, she shows her tits in Oppenheimer, and suddenly she's going to be in everything.
I'm not seeing.
So Thunderbolts, everyone says, if you watch it on streaming. But here's the thing. If it goes on streaming, it's going to be on Disney. Ain't nobody got that shit. No one's going to watch it on Disney Plus. Nobody has Disney Plus. So I'm never going to see it. That's it. And it's sort of like the Eternals. I don't care.
I just don't care.
Yeah. I would not have greenlighted this movie, Thunderbolts. I would not have greenlighted the movie, and I certainly wouldn't have greenlighted its budget. Now, you make something like that for much less than $100 million, I'll think about it. And there's no way it's going to make its money back. They spent too much. These are unknown heroes, unknown stars.
Yeah, but that's been the case for so long.
And they were scared shitless to give Hemsworth the money for Thor 1 to make that film.
I know.
And that was a good film.
I
And it
know.
had a story and was a reason to make it. There's no reason to make this film. You're never going to see any of these characters. They're going to try to make something out of them.
You're
And
gonna see them
and
several
Doomsday.
times. But
yeah. But no one's going to watch this movie again and again and again and again like we did the original Avengers.
If it even takes off, like if there's even like a following, it's gonna still be a streaming thing like afterwards. You know what I mean?
Why would
The
there be a
next
following?
people- I'm just saying,
Yeah.
even if it gets one, the next people are probably not going to go to the theater to see it. They're going to be like, oh, I'll see the second one at home on free, if I have Disney Plus. I don't think it's going to be something that the second one will bring all the people to the theater.
Is anyone going to buy Disney Plus to watch the Thunderbolts? No.
Disney Plus has been skating on, like, if you get 3 weeks of Verizon Wireless, you can get a free month of Disney Plus for,
I thought just they were taking the Hulu people.
well, that too.
Does your friend who gave us, we had Hulu for about a couple of months because a friend of hers gave her a $50 Hulu gift certificate, whatever, because she wanted us to watch What, strangers in the building or murders in the building?
Only murders.
Only murders in the building. Yeah, 'cause, you know. Does your friend still have Hulu now that it's become Disney?
I would think so. She
Only person I know who had that service.
I don't know if her son watches Disney, but he likes Disney, so I don't think she would get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
not sure.
the only reason to have Disney is Bluey, but you can get Bluey on YouTube if you really know
You really
how to
look
search.
for it.
You really know how to search.
Yeah, but I think there are probably some, for lack of a better term, absent-minded parents, and I don't mean in their parental duties. I just mean, they probably signed up for it or got it for a 3-month trial and then just let it happen.
So I should explain. I have a lot of text here, so habitually what I'll do is I'll bring the eye line up higher so that we're looking down on the characters. It makes me happy. It gives me a stylistic idea here.
Why are we here?
But we have all of this empty negative space down here, so I have to put as much of the bar in there as possible. But this would be a good spot to put Cat Boss. What the hell? That way we have I hadn't thought of that. And so since we have all this empty spot in the bottom, let's put Cat Boss just sort of doing his job. Yeah, he's got a bar to run. Yeah, let's get some perspective in here. I believe it's there. Too big. Make them smaller. Just to add to the world of the comic strip. Put him down here. Has nothing to do with the joke, but you see other things are going on in the world, and I had to do something with that empty space. All right.
It is his car.
Everyone wants to see the Cat Boss.
Mm-hmm.
Super villain before he takes over the world. All right, let's get this brush nice and inked up for us. I like having a glass bottle because it does clean off the brush nicer than the plastic bottles. But I've got to be careful not to get too much of the ink around the thread of the bottle because that makes the come over here, Mrs. Sweeney.
Move over
If I get
here.
ink on the threads of the bottle will stick. The cap will stick on top. Move over here, Mrs. Sweeney. Ms. Oh yeah, you're right. She canceled. She was going to get married, and she canceled the engagement.
Yep.
So like a lot of guys are saying, Sydney, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you.
Yeah. I'm sure you are.
Trying to pick up the rebound.
Cry on my shoulder.
I don't think I would date Sydney Sweeney.
I should certainly hope not, because you're married.
If I wasn't married. She's not my type. And plus, she is like a starlet. And I don't like starlets. Anyone with a face shot. Maybe it's a lesson you can learn, Mr. Belichick.
Mm-hmm. We all know you like Tolkien.
Hold on. Where are you? Lesson you could learn, Mr. Belichick. You might want to stay away from a high-maintenance woman. Huh? Bill.
I would think, at least currently, I'd be considered probably the highest of maintenance, but okay.
No, you are comparatively low maintenance, and if I have to explain it to you, I'm giving away man's secrets.
I was just joking.
Yeah. A high maintenance woman appears in your Dunkin' Donuts commercial. A high maintenance woman fucks up an HBO TV show for all the college kids.
All right, that's true.
A high maintenance woman costs you a $4.5 million Nantucket house and a dog named Nike.
So wait a minute. In that case scenario, you're still talking about the 24-year-old, right? You're not talking about Linda, because Linda didn't cost him that.
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson made their relationship public in 2024.
Yay. When she turned 24. How ironic.
She's now acting as the chief operations officer for Belichick Productions. I thought he was just a fucking football coach.
Oh, God. I don't know. I'm sure he created some kind of company. I don't know what that company does, but.
Well, Bill, you keep Yoko here. You're not going to be a football coach for long. By the way, Bill, she's not getting any younger. Isn't it time to turn her in for a new model? Literally, model. Now we all know, Sydney Sweeney's a little bit too old for Bill.
This is true. I mean, can we all agree that he mustn't realize that she's using him, because he can't be that much of a dolt, can he?
Guys are stupid. Maybe he's using her.
Well, he might be, yes, absolutely. And whatever she wants to be used, and whatever he wants to be used, I don't really care. But I mean, I'm just wondering if he could really be that much of a dolt.
The reason why he worked so hard to become one of the greatest football coaches in history was so he could dump his 61-year-old girlfriend to pick up a 23-1. Yeah, yes.
Didn't he dump his wife for the 61-year-old girlfriend?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well,
and she wasn't 61 at the time.
Hey, he hurt the dog. That's all I. That's all I care about. Poor Nike. Poor Nike is sitting home saying, "Where's Bill?"
No, Nike's perfectly happy where he was, because he doesn't want or where he is, because he doesn't want to see Cruella de Vil. She's gonna make me into a coat, isn't she?
She's gonna make him into a coat. Yeah. Unless he got the rings. Oh, there we go.
Well, the only thing I have.
The true victim of this whole thing. Wow, look at all the ink I got on my hand. How'd that happen?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Wow, it's all over the table. It's all. Where's the bottle of ink? Oh, it's up here. Jesus. Wow.
Did you move it there?
I've got ink all over the place.
Did you move it up there?
Yeah, I must have. I was looking for Jordan or Nike. We are covered in it. It's already an ink spill. It's all over the place.
Oh dear Lord!
I dare not touch the comic strip with this. Look, I already got a FBI fingerprint on Nike here.
Oh no!
Yeah, this just ain't gonna clean up.
Mrs. Croce, what was your husband wearing when he left? Black, and black. Do you have a fingerprint of him? Oh, hold on one second. Let me go to his strips. I'm sure to find one there.
Yeah.
Look, it's even in ink.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better
So,
not commit a crime, buddy.
Well, if I ever have like a biometric door lock, everyone online can now get in. And they have a photo of my thumbprint. Yeah, this is. Do I have no? Oh, cool. I have big wipes. Now, let's see if I can take care of the ink on the table here. The tabouret, as the French call it.
Did you get any on the floor?
All over the bottle. Well, yeah, there's a drop on the floor. Thanks, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Got that. I'm like, I don't want to use the term, but
Don't.
covered in tar.
Oh,
Like everything I touch.
don't go any further.
Let's change gloves. Were you there for the massive ink spill of 2025? Yeah, that's what we're going to call this one, the ink spill of 2025.
Sure. You predicted it. You said something about spill when you opened it. Or I said something about it.
Well, I knew it's a really thick opening there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call this the ink spill. Now, you get out of the way. Yeah, this is a mess. The more I look at it. Nike, would you join us? Hello, Nike. Who's a good dog? You're a good dog. Yes, you are. You're the good doggy. Nike's sitting home. Where's Bill? Do I still have to wear this stupid shirt? No, he's got a North Carolina shirt on now.
Yeah.
I wonder if he calls him Nike or Nike. Look, he's even got his head inside Bill's shoe. I hadn't noticed that.
No.
So yeah, the reason why men become great coaches is so that they can pick up the cheerleaders. The reason why kids play football. To fuck the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Why are the cheerleaders there at all? To inspire the boys.
All right, let's come down off of this.
Man, she had to be a cheerleader. That's hilarious, Bill. Guess he doesn't have to go too.
Cliche.
Talk about cliche. He didn't go too far to find his chippy.
Now, arguably, is she clever for going after the coach and not a player, or?
I
mean,
well, usually the woman will get what she can. But usually, yeah. Rather than back in the old days, the models would go after rock stars and such, but it's the smart models go after athletes because at least they're probably not on drugs and not drinking
they're
alcohol.
not on the same kind of drugs.
Yeah, they're healthier, less likely to give you a social disease. Right, Miss Anderson? All right, do we do Closet Cat? Nah, yeah, I can't really reach him, and I got to hit him with the finish pencil anyway. So we'll go back and do Closet Cat later on, just like I haven't done the word balloon up here either. Now let's try to get. Okay, yeah. So my first criticism of Belick brand ink would be that the color does seem watery.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're doing deep blacks like this, you got to go several coats with a brush. It flows okay, but nearly anything will do it. It's just as good. It's comparable to the Speedball. And I like that it's a glass jar, but a wide mouth glass jar, not a good idea. Very bad idea. See, when you have a smaller mouth glass jar, you're less likely to spill because when you do that and that and that, you still have more surface area. Well, you have less of a spill zone. This is
A massive spill.
this is made to spill. So if I were to give you any advice, Blick, shrink that top. You don't need an opening that big. This is made for fountain pens.
That's
You
what
actually
she
don't. Yeah, you. It's not how big it is what you do with it. This is too big, Blick, of an opening. Taper it down, make it smaller, half this size.
Didn't one of your inks come with like some sort of weird little device thing that you can put on, like a cap that had like a little hole?
Yeah, the Eternal's black ink.
Eternal black or
See,
whatever.
this has got a stopper to it, but what it was, it's a little V-shaped thing that you put in the tip of the bottle, and it would like hold. You could
put
tighten
some into that
the
and
ink.
Yeah.
Then you turn it over. That would fill the little V thing, and then when you open it up, you had this tiny little hole. See how small that is? Just the tip of your brush, and you just go that far down. You'd hit the bottom, and you get the perfect amount of ink on your brush. That was well thought out. I think what Lick was thinking here was we don't actually use our products, so we don't need to know
How to use them.
what our customers want.
Yeah, but they've been in business for a long time. I'm surprised. Anyway.
Yeah, well, Ford's been in the business for how many years making cars, and you haven't perfected them yet?
Hey. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Yeah, last night.
Bum.
The chief colorist's maiden name is Ford.
Great, now they can look up all my shit.
I doxed her.
My last name on my maiden name. Thanks.
I doxed her. So if anyone's anyone has any pull with the guys at Blick Art Supply, formerly Utrecht, I can improve their product for them. Just fix the bottle. This is unnecessary. This is a spill waiting to happen. Look at this. It's almost going to spill right now as I'm doing this in front of the camera.
Get out of the way, Irving.
All right, now, see, from now on, I identify as a dog, and we have to have the most nonplussed look on Felicia's face here. She's witnessing this. I wonder if I can make my own ink. I'm sure if I can make my own toilet paper, I can make my own ink.
You're not getting a toilet paper machine maker. Maker machine.
We've been watching on YouTube. They've got like 50 machines that you can buy for under $1,000 for start your own business. And believe it or not, one of the machines, the first one that caught my interest was one that made sanitary pads for women. But the second machine that caught my interest was a goddamn machine that made toilet paper. Like, I'm going to set that up in my garage and make rolls of toilet paper.
He's been asking for one ever since. I swear it's going to show up on his Christmas list.
So anyway, I've been joking around with the chief colorist. I'm going to make my own toilet paper, Fido brand toilet paper. But no, seriously, can I make Fido brand ink?
I don't know.
It's going to take a lot of research. Try to figure out what I'm looking for in an ink is that when you put down blacks like this, you only need to do one application, and it's matte, meaning that when you flash a light on it, it doesn't reflect. If you want matte black that doesn't reflect, the flow of this is pretty good, and I kind of like how it does stick to the brush, It does last a long time, but it's watery. That's my only complaint to you here, Blick.
We're not getting a pet squid.
But could I research my own ink? Fido brand ink. If anyone out there in YouTube land or Rumble land can tell me a good ink, I'll put you in the comic strip for free. Yes, I'm not sure we're going to stick here with Dick Blick's ink. And yeah, that's his name, believe it or not.
Yep. Every time I go to order
He calls
something,
himself Richard Blick.
Yeah. Every time I go to order something, I've got to put in D-I-C-K.
And that's a dangerous thing to do on you.
No,
What the
no
fuck?
kidding. Would you spill again?
I'm covered in ink again.
Is there a leak in the bottle? I'm not.
It's a dribble bottle.
It's a dribble bottle.
They're playing a joke on me. The guys at Blick Art Supplies are playing a joke on me. I'm positive of it. I'm so used to being able to walk around, do whatever I want with this bottle of ink because it's so well behaved that I'm not prepared for Big Mouth over here. It's just spilling all over me.
Okay, so in all honesty, is it you or is it the? I mean, is it how you're using it or is there something wrong with the bottle?
The opening's too large.
Yeah.
It's providing too much surface area to spill. I've got to transfer that ink into another bottle, but I don't want to mix it with the Speedball ink.
No. Well,
because I would be not giving Speedball its due. It's probably the same exact shit as Speedball. They're probably made in the same factory. It's identical, but I'm trying to treat them as two separate inks so I can judge them better. I don't even want to touch that bottle again.
I know. Are you getting it all over your new gloves too?
I'm not wearing gloves anymore.
Oh.
Look, we had a nice clean bottle when we started. Now it's covered in inky fingerprints. As am I. Yeah, I don't even want to touch that bottle.
I don't blame you.
Good job, Dick Blick. I'm blaming you for this mess. But, sir, we provide a bottle with a wide base so that it won't tip.
The other one has a wide base too. This has a narrow top.
The base is great. Perfect. I like it. It's round. It's glass. But yeah, that ink is just looking to spill.
You haven't gotten anything on the strip though, have you?
Thus far, I've been able to keep things going pretty well.
That's
I don't think I'm even going to be able to finish this. Where are my gloves? I need to get a new glove out of the package. Where are you hiding? That glove's covered in ink.
That's what I was saying. Did you? Okay.
Well, I'm going back to one of the old gloves that I've dropped on the floor. So, yes, I did spill ink on the floor.
So, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning the floor.
But don't you need something stronger than that, don't you?
It's a
it's
Clorox. It's a Clorox wipe.
All right, I thought you were just making a whole block.
This is one of the old gloves I've dropped on the floor. At least I know it doesn't have any Dick Blick ink on it.
No, it just has floor ink on it. I mean,
Yeah, see how nicely the ink flows? Man, it works. It does all those little happy little accents. That's the brush that did the happy little accent. But you know what I mean. It still follows. Oop, that was a little too thick. No, it's a fine ink, I suppose. But yes, it is a little on the watery side, and it looks like it flashes. See, this I did this bit of black much earlier. You can see it already needs a second coat. So let me let that dry a bit, and we'll see what that looks like. See, it's still wet, so you really can't judge it yet. But we'll see what that looks like later on when it dries. Whether I got a big problem with large fields of black in this sort of light tends to flash when I take a photograph of it for the comics for the internet.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to be really careful with the lighting. But I know there are inks out there that do a nice matte black. They're made to do for that purpose. You would think after all my years of research, education in art schools across the world, your favorite cartoonist here would know them all by now. It's a trial and error. So, what's going on with the acting here? Felicia, sorry, well, start with Closet Cat. But now I want to identify as a dog. He's got his eyes closed, his hand in the air, he's proud. Felicia's looking at him, sort of nonplussed. Bo's looking at Fido, who's outraged. What makes him think he's a dog? He's already knocked over his drink. And Dino is taking his drink off the bar and covering the top so there's no chance of getting anything in what's left of his beer.
That's right.
Where everyone,
the beer.
yes, everyone is behaving as the characters should. Acting.
Oh.
Very important for comic strip characters to act. And we'll do a drip of the Pepsi off the bar. All right, we're almost done here. Can we do it without any more ink spills? I'm leaving the bottle on the tabaret way over there. Let's make sure we got a properly inked up brush here. We'll do some word balloons. And then go right in on Felicia's nose. Let's try to get those lines. And she says, he's stupid. And Fido takes it to mean what Fido does. Yeah. Whiskers. 3 on this side. 4 on this side. Yeah, it's a dribble bottle. You folks at home saw me here. I haven't touched the ink bottle, right? I haven't touched it. I left it over there on the tabouret. Is there a leak? Yes. Well, thank you for joining us for Fido Live from 147. Where is that piece of paper that was formerly taped to the board? I lost it. Oh, there it is. Irving on camera 1. Would you zoom out on me here?
The great spill of 2025.
Yeah, so we're calling this the ink spill.
Tell us what you see in the ink blot.
Brought to you courtesy of Dick Blick. Now be sure to put the cap back on your ink bottle.
Although it won't matter.
Although in case of Dick Blick, it really doesn't matter because I think it's going to spill anyway.
Okay, don't get upset.
Thank you for joining us for Fido Live number 147. See everybody next week after I clean up some of the ink around here.
Bye.
Goodbye to the folks at YouTube. And bye to the folks at Rumble.